I found out about this insane court case involving Milton Berle. I know what you're thinking, Milton Berle in court, did it end in a well-hung jury? Honestly, thank you. If you don't get that reference, here's a quick picture that you can't unsee. This case is the perfect example of why I find him so oddly fascinating. A totally unpredictable guy. On TV, he either came across as extremely genial. Here's him with Bob Costas.
We made love one night for an hour and 3 minutes. That was the night they turned the clocks back.
Good guest. On other occasions, he could be extremely volatile. Here he is with Mickey Rooney.
Ask me the right question without this.
What the right question is a difficult question.
But you know who made her? Johnny Hyde. I didn't say that.
Bad guest. Bearing in mind that's an episode of Larry King Live, honouring 35 years since the death of Marilyn Monroe.
It's a memorial.
I know it's a memorial, but let's add a little humor to it.
Not usually the time to settle scores. Anyway, here's what went down in this court case. Milton Berle was performing at the Trump Taj Mahal in a show on the 8th and 9th of October 1994, and the show was called A Night of 1,000 Laughs. That's a night of 1,000 laughs over 2 days, which is a grand total of many laughs. And this show also starred, and I'm gonna pass out, Henny Youngman and Sid Caesar. A show, by the way, that I would give a kidney to go and watch. But then I'd have no kidneys. I gave one away earlier this year to watch Rich Little. And that show does sound incredible. 3 giants of comedy. The king of one-liners, the king of the variety show, and the king of television. For context, it's like having a music supergroup containing John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison, if you could even imagine that as a concept. Anyway, here's where things turned sour. Brian Cook was a bellhop at the casino, and he complimented Milton Berle on how well he looked for 86 years of age. Did Uncle Miltie give him a hug or a thank you? No. Sadly for the bellhop, he caught Berle on a volatile day. Uncle Miltie threw a punch like a heat-seeking missile at Mr. Cook's balls. It's strange because Berle did once play a bellhop in a movie, so he must have known, doing research for the role, what was an appropriate way to interact with a bellhop. And it certainly wasn't that. 2 years later, Mr. Cook filed a lawsuit claiming that he'd suffered $865,000 worth of permanent injuries, working out at over $430,000 per testicle. Lazy detractors may say, what kind of damage could a cigar-smoking vaudeville comic in his late 80s do? A lot. A mere 2 years prior, he was on the front cover of Modern Maturity magazine with Arnold Schwartzeneeger, where he's clearly wearing more medals for strength than the Terminator himself. Also, Milton's holding a dumbbell, and Arnie is not. It's very clear to see in that picture who the alpha is. As well as that, the year of the incident, Uncle Miltie appeared in Milton Berle's low-impact, high-comedy workout, showing that he's clearly still in incredible shape.
Remember, control your movements.
Do 2 more Charlestons.
Though, to be neutral, Berle is focusing mainly on the comedy workout. The closest thing to a workout that he actually carries out is dressing up like Richard Simmons, with hilarious results.
I'll make you all stay after class, especially you.
During the 10-day trial starting in May 1999, the case hung, come on testimony by Taj Mahal security guard Mr. Glenn McCain, who witnessed the incident, claiming that he saw Berle raise his hand, but everyone present was laughing and the bellhop carried on working happily at the casino. Berle, then aged 90, testified via video citing failing health, saying that he couldn't recall the incident. The article actually says that he's 91, but he isn't, he's actually 90, which also makes me think that the journalist's memory who wrote this may also be in doubt. On Thursday, the 3rd of June 1999, the verdict was in, and they found that Berle had indeed struck Mr. Cook, but not with the velocity needed to cause serious damage to the testes, thus no compensation was awarded. His attorney, Modesto Carboni, said the comedian was delighted and felt vindicated that the jury saw through the sham. In my opinion, I've noticed that a part of Berle's act is being quite overly physical with people. Here's him with Don Rickles.
Isn't it great?
Here's him grabbing Jerry Lewis by the inside of the mouth.
We called him Uncle Miltie because Berle was more than a comedian.
Which is an odd instinct for a comedian to have, isn't it? I mean, a comedian's got to have a gimmick, but I couldn't imagine Bob Newhart thinking to himself, oh, I'll tell you what would be really funny if I just backhanded George Burns. So in conclusion, I'm not a doctor or a lawyer, just so you're fully aware of that. I think Milton did hit the bellhop in the groin, but not nearly enough to cause nearly $1 million worth of damages. Milton Berle? Slapstick? Yes, but not enough to cause serious harm.
Now that's fun.